9 till noon on Hot Talk 560 KSFO.
Maybe they will hate my critiques in Washington, D.C., but love my meatball recipe, he quipped. Who knows? Obama may love my cooking advice so much that he'll invite me to the White House as a guest chef, said Michael Savage. I kind of doubt that, but I quipped anyway. So October 23rd, I began with my first show in the new incarnation. Most men would have rolled up in a ball and just walked away from it, gotten the white hat, moved to Boca Raton, gotten the walker, the transfusion tree, invented illnesses, taken 6 prescription drugs a day, sat shivering in doctors' offices, gone home and tended to their illnesses. But I didn't, because you go around once, and you better make the best run of it because you're not coming back. There's no, you can't redo this. You got one shot at it. Boy, do I know that. I know that. So October 23rd, here we are already, November 27th. What is today? I don't know the date. Is today Wednesday? Does anyone know the date? The 28th already of Wednesday, the 28th of November. Thanksgiving is over. People are shopping. They're depressed. Thanksgiving was the big one. Family. First you look forward to it, then you dread it. Then you can't wait till it's over. Then you can't. They don't know what. See, this is the thing about holidays. It's a paradox. It's like you can't wait to go to family. It's like in your mind's eye. See, the human mind screens out bad things or else we couldn't get up in the morning. So what happens is, even though we remember that every family gathering is filled with strife and pain, confusion, doubt, insecurity, anger, rage, in other words, all the human emotions, and some love, if you're lucky. If there's a dog there, you feel the love, you know. Everyone focuses on the dog because it's the only safe one. And so we screen it out like, oh, God, I'm never going to her house again. I'm never going to his house. They're never coming to my house. But now you're already planning Christmas, so you have to do that. And the Jews turned it into 10 days of celebration, Hanukkah. Every night they have to invite people over and have gifts. It's a big thing. Then that'll be, that was supposed to be like that. And that's what life is supposed to be like. We screen out the pain and we forget. We repeat it. Otherwise, you can't go through it again. We forget the pain. We're supposed to forget pain. So what do? We're humans. We go on. We go on the best way we can. Today, like I ran with my dog. I didn't run, he ran. I have a little trick with Teddy, the mascot of the Savage Nation. Everyone loves him. He's a little 11-pound gray poodle, if you don't know, a toy poodle. The best dog I ever owned. Started with a mutt named Tippy, who bit me in the foot, down to the bone, made it look like a lamb shank on the Passover table. Raced to the doctor in Monticello, New York, with the sirens racing down Highway 17. Stitched up, feared dogs ever since, especially big dogs that looked like half chows with half purple tongues. Got a little poodle years later named Teddy. Turns out to be the love of my life. So Teddy and I lay around most of the day now. I've given up most of my exercise. I'm eating more meat, less fish. I've eschewed most of the health foods because I'm reacting to it. I can't eat it anymore. Most of the fish I'm eating is contaminated. I'm sorry to tell you. I don't eat sushi anymore because of the worms in it. And I find I do better on meat. I'm going back to meat because the whole myth of cholesterol is a whole show I'm going to do for you one day. You're going to be liberated, and you're going to be able to go back to your father's diet. I'm not telling you to start smoking Camels and sit around in the living room, you know, like your grandfather did. Although in some cases it might be a desirable retreat to something normal. Instead of running like you do like lunatics. Doesn't mean you're going to live longer because you're running. There are many heroic heart attacks from guys in their 30s. I mean, you can't do that to your body. You're not a Somali here for the New York Marathon. If you're an American, I don't think your heart and arteries can take that kind of running after the age of 40. You'll get a blowout. They'll find you on the side of the road bubbling from the side of your mouth. Why? Because you're not made for it. You're not supposed to push your body like that. All modern exercise theory is going to what I've been advising for 15 years. Moderate, moderate, moderate. Moderate. Like, let's say you go to Hawaii for a vacation. You want to be a hero suddenly. You swim out to sea. Swim until your body is slightly warm and then come on back in. Because if you swim any further, you'll probably get a heart attack and die. Or you'll be bitten by a shark, or a wave will take you out to Maui and you'll never be seen again. That's all. Go back to shore. Go inside. Don't sit in the sun. So it's the same with me. Moderate exercise, moderate diet, middle of the road, you know, the zen, the middle ground. So the dog needs exercise, to make a long story short, little Teddy. Because they're mimics. Dogs are mimics. What you do, they do. You're happy that he's happy now. He's laying next to the show with a big smile on his face. I get mad, he gets mad. I get mad, he gets angry, he gets frightened. So I try not to get mad around him. So I say, okay, Teddy, we're between the storms here in San Francisco. I got to exercise the dog. I'm feeling guilty. I weigh about 170, 175. I put on a little weight. He weighs 11. How can I feed him as much as I eat? It's a medical impossibility. But the dog can literally keep up with me. I don't know how he does it. If I order takeout lunch, I have to feed him a lamb chop and his dog chips and a carrot chopped up. The carrot's like for guilt, for overfeeding him. I always chop a carrot up. I mean, I know I'm killing him. I did it to my last dog, Snowy. They took her away. She was 40 pounds overweight, a Sheltie. I love that dog, but I can't help it. I'm a giver. She'd look at me with the sad eyes. I'd give her food. So the vet finally said, look, she has to be euthanized. Because she's not going to make it. She's like 40 pounds overweight, and she's a mini collie. I said, you're not. So we found nice people in Sonoma. They took her in. They put her on a diet, like a Slim Fast for dogs. She lived another 2 years. You know, she just needed a good diet. I didn't learn my lesson. I try to control feeding. I can't. I don't know what it is. He's like my friend. How can you not give a friend something when he's looking at you like that? So to make a long story short, he started the day off with chicken, chips, the dog chip, and carrots. You figure that's enough. No. I order Chinese food takeout, 2 lunches, not 1. I need 2 because of the stress I'm under. I'm like an opera singer. I need a lot of coal down the chute. You know what I'm saying? He looks at me. What can I do? Lucky for him, I had lamb chops left over from Sunday night. I carved him up a lamb chop with the chips and with the carrots. You think that's enough for him? Now it's showtime. Again, he's giving me the eyes. I make a cup of tea. He thinks he should get a cup of coffee. I said, Teddy, that does it. Let's go on the bike ride. So I've trained him to run alongside my bicycle, no chain. He's free. This is like unbelievable to watch the dog's happiness. And I've trained him to stay on the sidewalk, and it's a little loop, a cul-de-sac in a suburban neighborhood. I would never do this in a city street, obviously. And he runs. He's so happy, so proud of himself. I say, sidewalk, go, grass, and turn the loop, go to Lenny's house, pee on Lenny's bushes. So he's a little dog down the street that they compete of who can mark whose house, better. And then we're back to the garage with the bicycle and the dog. He's so proud of himself that I have to give him a treat. Again, the food. So I have to. He's trained. Good boy. He looks at me. Well, all right. I'm glad I'm a good boy. And what are you going to do, cheapskate? No, good boy. All right, cut the good boy stuff out. I want something, right? Teddy, I can't feed. Yes, you can. Don't. I go in the house. I get out the provolone, and that's it. He gets a little bit. So I negated everything he just gained. But the other dogs, you can hear them in the houses. They start to howl when he runs by. They don't see him. They hear happiness. They hear a free dog chinkling down the street with his little collar. Anyway, it's just a little thing in life. And you know what? It brings a lot of joy to my life. Dogs are the greatest. Man, do they. I don't know what it is. Why we love them. I don't know why. We shouldn't, but they're. How come he smiles when I smile? How does he know to do that? They're such connivers. They are such connivers.